R is a functional programming language. That is, there is a function available for every operation we perform in R. For example, a seemingly simple assignment operation uses assign function at the backend to assign a value to the object. So, what is a function? A function is just a block of code that you can call and run from any part of your program. They are used to break our code in simple parts and avoid repeatable codes by automating repetitive tasks. Remember that a function is essentially a black box into which you add some inputs and then receive some outputs. Building a function is about building that black box, and there are several components that go into it. Let's first discuss various function components. Here we have defined a function called power, which takes two parameters, a and b. Inside the function, we have included a code to print the value of a raised to the power of b. Let's closely look at important elements of a function. Function name. This is just the name that you want to call your function. In our case, the function name is power. Function is a reserved keyword to create a function in R. Then comes the parenthesis. Within the parenthesis, we can specify the number of arguments that we want our function to have. It doesn't matter what we name our arguments within a parenthesis, as long as we use the same name in the body of a function. Then comes the curly brackets. Curly brackets come after the function arguments. The function code is written within curly brackets. The body of a function is the main code within a function. In our example, we have included a code to print the value of a raised to the power of b. Let's open the RStudio and generate the function. Here is a function we defined. You will notice that when you create a function, R adds this function to your environment. After you have defined the function, you can call the function using function name and arguments. Here we have called a function with two arguments, 2 and 3, and this will print the value 2 raised to the power of 3, which is 8. In the above function call of the power function, the arguments passed during the function call must be of the same order as the parameters passed during the function declaration. It means when we call power 2, 3, the value 2 is assigned to A and the value 3 is assigned to B. However, if we change the order of arguments, the result will be different. If you want to change the order of arguments to be passed, you can use the named arguments. Here, the result is the same, irrespective of the order of arguments that you pass during the function call. You can also use a mix of named and unnamed arguments. Here the value of unnamed argument shall be assigned to A. You can also assign default parameter values to the function. To do so, you can specify an appropriate value to the function parameters during function definition. When you call a function without an argument, the default value is used. In this case, we called a function with value b, and the default value of input a is used in the calculation. We can create nested function by calling a function inside another function call. Here we have created a function add to add two numbers. During a function call, we are passing the mean of the numbers as an arguments a and b to the add function. The add function adds the numbers and returns us the output. Functions are fundamental building block of R, and writing a function is a core activity of an R programmer. This is how R packages are written, by writing the functions to extend the functionality of R. In the next video, we will continue our discussion on functions and look at vectorized functions in R, the apply family functions. These special type of functions are used to perform operation on each element of a vector, matrix, or a data frame. I will see you in the next video.